Good evening, yogis. Welcome to this class. Welcome to the first class of the month of February. I hope this month brings you lots of magical moments that makes your heart sing. Today also we start a new schedule where some of the lengths of the classes live stream are going to be a little shorter. And this is just to recognize that sometimes life gets busy and dedicating 60 minutes every time we practice yoga is something that is not doable. And I don't intend to uh, make you feel like you need to miss out because you don't have the time to practice yoga. So this class is going to be 30 minutes. And so I hope you make some space for these type of practices that are very much needed in order to find that balance in such a hectic lifestyle that we have in today's world. I have a different setup today because the theme for this class is going to be wall yin. I'm going to be using the wall. So I'm sorry if you have to change your arrangement at home. Just make sure you find a wall that it's wide, but you don't need so much space. So anything that you can just kind of lift your legs and rest them in there. This is a class for the times of days where you feel like absolutely ready to collapse, tired, exhausted, or just simply mentally drained or emotionally tired. Just one of those things that you want to recharge, you want to go to your yoga practice, but there is no enough adrenaline just to get you through the movement, but you just actually wants to tap, excuse me, into that space for relaxation and actually charge a little bit yourself and also acknowledge how you're feeling. Okay, so with that being said, I just want to clarify, to come into yoga doesn't mean that we are all the time ready and energized and trying to do strong practices. Coming to yoga is also recognizing when you are depleted, exhausted, and you need a little bit of pick me up or a little space of quiet and a little space to just be with yourself. That is what the yoga is so beautiful because it adapts to your needs. So I hope you find this class absolutely helpful for those days where you are just wanting to have a quiet space and barely do anything. And using the wall is always a good sign that you, no matter what, you have the support of a good friend. So for this class, you can set up like I'm doing here, or you can, if you have enough space, you can put a mat right on the sides of the wall. For this class, you might or might not want to use a blanket. I will leave that up to you. But if you do want a blanket, it's usually to support your neck. So we're going to start. We have only 30 minutes, so let's just make the best of it. We're going to start in a lay down on a meditation, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. And it's going to be just enough to keep your attention in the present moment and tapping into the breath. So you're going to sit right next to the wall. Either side is good. And then you're going to lift your legs up and come to your back and lay down. This is where the blanket gets helpful because you can use the blanket to roll it and just put it on the neck. So you have that nice support. It's just something that feels good. Now, as you can see, my buttocks is a little farther away from the wall. So you just try to wiggle yourself here side to side and pushing your buttocks to touch the wall. And what we want here is to keep the sacrum completely resting on the floor. And your hips and your buttocks doesn't have to be fully pressing into the wall, just enough that you feel relaxed and comfortable on the legs. So let your legs kind of go all the way up. Let the heels rest on the wall. Don't worry about where your toes are pointing. Just let the legs fall into whichever position they want to fall. I invite you to close your eyes and rest your hands, one in the belly, one in your heart. And just acknowledge right this moment the type of energy you might be feeling. And just feeling gratitude for these practices that embrace that moment of tranquility and calm and stillness. So coming to your breath deeply through the nose and take a couple of cleansing breaths. Long breath in and long breath out. And now we're gonna let the breath go back into its natural flow effortlessly and gradually release and manipulation of the breath. I want you to feel the breath gently pressing into your hands as you inhale. Notice how the weight of your hands rests and sink as you exhale into your chest and the belly. It's a very, very gentle, shy movement here on the chest and the belly as you breathe naturally with minimum effort. Any thoughts that might come and go, simply observe them, then choose to stay with your breath. Just feeling that gentle breathing, helping you to stay present and slowly transition that busy mind into a more quiet state of being. It takes time to transition from a busy doing to a quiet being. So be kind to yourself here if it's becoming restless or impatient or you're still adjusting. It's part of like slowing down slowly. Just take a couple more breaths here. Then gently drag the heels down so you can place your feet on the wall as you bend the knees. And we're gonna come into a wall squat. So once again, it's up to you how close or how far away you want your buttocks to be from the wall, as long as your sacrum is touching the ground. And you can move side to side just like I'm doing if you want to get a little closer to the wall. For the squat position, you're dragging the heels down to the side, bending the knees. It's almost like you're doing this gentle squat of malasana, but with the wall, right? So your hands can be resting on the shin bones for a little extra weight. And just breathing into that deep inner thigh, deep stretch. And feel free to keep your eyes closed and continue following the breath. Just rest your hand anywhere that feels comfortable. This is your practice. Explore how far down the heels want to be, how far up the heels should be. It's all about just making sure you feel relaxed and yet feel that stretch with kindness. Letting every exhale help you to gain a new perspective of energy and acknowledging how important it is to slow down and reset and to simply be. It's so important to be true to yourself. Try to embrace as much as you can a sense of peace and nothing to do, just simply being and feel your own existence, just feeling the body, how it slowly open up around the hips, how your entire spine is supported on your mat and your feet are gently resting on the wall. Continue breathing in its own way, in its own flow, relaxing deeper in every exhale. 2 more rounds of breath in here. Whatever your hands are, just simply let them be and slowly drag your heels all the way up and extend the legs. And try to keep the feet slightly closed, not too close, not too far, but slightly close, maybe as close as the width of your hips. Just let that circulation through the legs. Find that sense of relaxation, minimum effort. Once again, gaining a new perspective of the whole practice and the whole body. Now we're gonna come into what's called the wall needle. So cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh. So you're doing a 4-figure here. And you can slowly start dragging that right heel down, and that's going to bring that left leg closer to your chest. So you control the intensity of this pose by how down you want the right heel to go, and flexing that left foot and pressing gently with your left hand the left thigh away from the chest. I want you to do probably at the most 20 to 30% of effort here. Try to do as little as possible here. You're still getting that stretch on the left outer hip. Settle down even more the thoughts as you arrive into this space of just simply making yourself feel validated in the way you feel with this moment. There is power in consciousness and becoming aware of what you need, and then choosing to stay true to your needs. So be mindful of any unnecessary judgment or self-negative talk about the way you feel. Instead, invite compassion and kindness. Just a couple more breaths in here. And gently, you're gonna drag the right heel up, strengthening that right leg. Then kick your left foot up. Take a moment here. And we're gonna cross that right ankle on top of the left thigh. And when you feel ready, you can start dragging that left heel down into the wall, flexing your right foot, and gently pressing with your right hand or elbow or forearm that right thigh away from the chest. And just find a level of intensity where you feel that you're doing barely any effort here. Become aware of any tension that might persist in the body and breathe into that area. And as you exhale, help your body to feel deeply relaxed. Just a couple more breaths in here. And very slowly, you're going to drag the left heel up to extend and kick your right leg up. Now take a moment here and reach the arms overhead. Give your shoulders a gentle stretch. You can come into cactus end where your elbows are kicking out and bend. But you can stretch out the arms out to the side like a T. Whatever position helps you to feel a feeling of stretching the front of the chest and maybe the shoulders. Just feel them relax here. Let go of the need to do a lot. Let go of the need to feel like you are or should be or you could have. Is all. It's you are exactly where you need to be. Allow this moment to be exactly what it needs to be. Embrace this practice with a sense of allowing to be what needs to be. Let the breath be like a nice, soothing melody that reminds you that you are being taken care of and there is nothing else that you need to do except for just embracing the moment. 2 more breaths here. Whatever your hands are, slowly close the arms by your side. And we're gonna drop both heels once again, a little low and down. And then we're gonna open the knees out to the side. So we're coming into wall butterfly. Here you get to decide how deep down you want the heels to go or how high you want the heels to be. The hips can be a little farther away from the wall or completely closer to the wall. So choose, explore, make sure it feels comfortable for your hips and your body. Then just let the practice be. And if touching the wall with your ankles feels too much, like it's my case, just place the blanket there. You can always get creative here. Breathing in and continue maintaining the breath with you. Feel free to adjust as much as you need to make the pose comfortable. Hands can be reaching behind the head, above the head, on your belly. Please choose whichever version feels right for you. Just be true to yourself here. Adjust, modify, and then find stillness. Connect to your breath. Just a couple more breaths here. Then slowly, wherever your hands are, bring them underneath your knees to help you close your knees. And then kick those legs straight up again. Just take your time here. We're just gonna close the practice with a couple of twists here. So we're gonna bend the knees, drag the heels down, and then both knees drop to the right and open that left arm to the left. So your feet can rest on the wall here. It's kind of like a nice support for your feet to press into the wall. Make sure both shoulders here I'm going to show you. You can place a blanket in between the thighs. Make sure the left shoulder is actually pressing into the ground. You can do a cactus arm, whatever feels right here, a diamond shape with the arms. Just embracing this practice beyond the body, beyond the mind is also a good nourishment for your spirit, for your energy, for emotions. It's just a moment of quiet and contemplation, embracing the energy of the water, the yin, the moon. Just a couple more breaths here, nice and slow through the nose. Just let the breath feel spacious. And gently lift the knees. You can walk the feet into the wall and then roll them all the way to the other side as you open your right arm to the right and bring your gaze to the right. I place a blanket in between my thigh. It kind of helps to bring more comfort, less effort, more relaxation in this pose. Just a couple more breaths in here. What we're going to do now, we're going to close the right arm so you're completely resting on your left side. And then from here, you're going to press slowly to come all the way up into your comfortable seated position. But you're going to rest the spine against the wall. Nicely done, everybody. So I'm gonna move my blanket next to the wall, right there. And just resting, the spine feels comfortable. Cross the legs in any way that works for you. Rest your hands on your thighs. Close your eyes. Let the head rest into the wall. Let's just take a couple of breaths together, and we're just gonna count the inhale for 4 seconds. We're gonna pause for a couple seconds, and then we're gonna exhale for 4 seconds. So the count is 4, 2, 4. So when you're ready, take a deep inhale for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pause. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let the breath become gradually normal. Feel free to deepen the breath a couple rounds on its own. Letting the breath go back to becoming effortless. Take a moment here to bring your palms together to the center of the heart, and we're gonna bow our heads forward. Just taking a moment here to honor and be true to ourselves and our needs. And I'm so proud and grateful that you have chosen to create this space for yourself, to nourish yourself. So once again, thank you so very much for meditating and practicing with me. I truly hope that these classes are bringing you a sense of balance and a sense of ease and calm and peace. There is a survey going on, so please, if you haven't taken it yet, I will really appreciate, I want to hear your voice, because I'm all about offering classes and options and services that are actually helping you and supporting you in your journey. I am a true believer that maintaining a consistent, regular yoga practice and meditation is the one thing that can be your anchor to give you the tools to overcome any challenges in life. So once again, thanks for being here. And I will be adding this class on demand in the next week, because I think these type of practices are needed. And this will be our third 30 minutes of yin practice available on demand. So thanks again, and I'll see you very soon.